We're not live yet. Hey, Ivano, brother. First of all, my apologies because this is the second time we do this live, because we did it last week. We did it in the group, and guess what? And as soon as we finished, I deleted it, and I didn't press record, and here we are again. Ivano, thanks for making time, brother. How are you?
Yeah, welcome. I'm very well, thank you. Very, very well.
Thanks, man. Awesome to hear that. Well, Ivano is in Australia. I'm in the other side of the world, in freaking Cyprus. And look, Ivano and we had a call a few weeks back. I was actually just 2 weeks into the island, and Ivano and I have been working together. Ivano, you're helping coaches in Italy, right?
Yeah, I help coaching in Italy starting their business.
Yeah, awesome. So coaches who are starting up in Italy, Ivano is Italian. So what happens is that I'm not. And the thing is that, of course, I cannot really give feedback on calls, or I cannot really give feedback on content, on stuff like that. And when you call me, and it was a Saturday morning, and I posted yesterday a photo, which it's actually from that day. And you had 10 sales calls in a row, and they were all no's. Yep. So what happened, brother?
Happened that I started the new year pushing, and all the strategies I've been learning, I've been using are working, because I was able to book more or less 20 sales calls in less than 3 weeks.
Man,
and
that's
the
good.
first time was a mess. The first time was 10 straight no's. And so there was something that didn't click. I was sure that my structure, my call, everything was fine.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for 100% close rate, but not even for a 0%. So as I told you, I reached out to you, and we work out something pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's 2-step process. This is what I posted today on Facebook. So before we get into it, because you look what happens, and if you guys are watching, by the way, if you're watching, this is the group. Type below, guys. Give us some love, so I know that you guys are watching. Let me see if I can see the comments. Oh yeah, hi Andrea. Give us some love, and if you're watching the replay, please make sure that you type replay. If you're not watching the replay, that you're live, type where you're watching it from, so we know that there's someone in the other side of the screen. So anyway, look what happens, and it happened to me, it happened to all of us. You're running your own business, you're taking your own sales calls, and you know, someone says no. It's okay, you know, you take it, cool. It doesn't feel amazing, because you fucking, you know, you want to enroll your client. When the second one says no, yeah, well, cool, you know, like there's gonna be more, you know, you don't want to get into the scarcity mindset. So I'm just trying to set up my iPad here so I can see your comment, guys. But you know, you got 3, 4, 5, and
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, and the thing that all these thoughts start running through your mind, right? Like, fuck, my shit's broken, not running my business, and now what am I gonna do? And what if I don't say anything else? And what if this thing doesn't work anymore? And then all this BS starts running through your mind, and starts running before you jump on the next call. And the problem is that the more no's you get, we all know that you need to get through the no's to get through in terms to get through the yeses, but you start doubting yourself, and you start losing certainty. And when you lose certainty, you lose everything, because clients will buy from you when you're certain. You need to be so certain that you give them the certainty that they want. So anyway, the problem was that, like, yeah, I would review the messaging, I would review the content, or I would review, like, I would listen to the sales call. But how am I going to do that if Ivano is Italian and I don't understand Italian? So we did. The solution has two steps, but what we did was one thing. It's like, hey, Ivano, sell me your coaching programs, and we start talking, right? And And I can see you explaining me what you do, and I see that you know what you're trying to tell me, but I'm like, I'm listening, and I'm because I know what you do, man, and I really know what your shit works, and I see your client results, and it's fucking fantastic. But then I'm listening at what you're saying, and I'm not really understanding it. So I don't know, man. If you want to share what was your offer before?
Yeah, it was something that I learned from that conversation going on, both for the result I had after we found a solution, and especially because I started applying the same concept to my client. And if I can compress the concept, it would be this: clear is way better than clever. And what I was trying to do was to make an offer and my package really, really clever. And
Yeah.
because I wanted to make it clever,
Yeah.
it wasn't clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as soon as people couldn't understand properly all the steps, they were like, okay, thank you, next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Totally.
started losing people in the process because of that.
Yeah. In marketing and in business, if you confuse, you lose. And then I was now reviewing like a LinkedIn profile from oh, you know her, Christine McAllister, by the way. She says hello.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the writing, and what we try to do when we write content, we write marketing messages, is we try to make it sound beautiful, right? We try to sound smart and clever, and we write this poetry. And poetry is good if you're a poet, but if you're a marketer, if you're trying to sell something to someone, what you want to write is something that it's dead simple, like a 5 years old would understand. Oh, by the way, we got Andrea Lenka from Sydney. Lenka, this name is not Australian. And Julie from Qatar. Sorry, I'm just looking at the side because I've got the iPad here. So yeah, like you want to have like a clear, dead simple message that anyone would understand. And this is the first thing to communication, right? To be able to communicate, you need to have your offer written. And you want to pitch in a way that it's so simple. There is no confusion. There is no doubt or question about what's in there. Because then what happens is you can expect some resistance and some objections, because it's okay. That's what happens when you need to do like an investment in a coaching program or whatever you buy. So the only way to find the least resistance possible is to make this message super clear, so it comes direct into your prospect's brain. But then what also is happening now is that since COVID started, the Czech Republic is Lenka Pondelikova. Love it. Now with the COVID, what happens is like people are living in uncertainty, in a lot of uncertainty. Like now it seems that we're getting to a place that even though it's not much like absolutely fine, but people are getting used to it. So we're getting to a better place. But people are living with a lot of uncertainty because jobs are losing, people are losing the jobs. They're not getting the money that we're getting. So in the air, there's a lot of uncertainty. And people need to be certain. And usually what's going to happen when people buy from you, there's always going to be three types of objections. And these objections are, I don't trust you. The second objection is, I don't think your program is valuable or your coaching is valuable. And the last one is, I don't trust that I will get these results. So basically what happens is it's lack of trust. And if there's a lack of trust, a lack of certainty, there's going to be one of these three. And they usually don't come out like that. No one's going to say, I don't trust you, or I don't trust myself, or I don't see this is valuable. They will see, this is not going to work for me. They will say, this is too expensive. And usually it's not too expensive, it's that they don't see the value. So there is a really simple two-step process to break through the three of these objections. And the first one is to give them a promise. And you had a promise, actually. You had a promise in your coaching.
Yeah, it was a bad one. was a good promise from my point of view. I mean, I thought that was that one was an incredible promise,
Yeah.
because as often happen, you have been focusing on one thing for so long that you can see just one side of the thing.
Yeah.
And I was watching my side,
Yeah.
and I thought that the other side of the people from the other side of the call, my client, my future client, would have seen the same promise as good as it was.
Yeah.
And then when we had a chat and I explained my promise to you, you made me realize that that promise was weak.
Yeah.
I was trying to give a lot of certainty, and in the process of giving as much certainty as I could, I was doing the opposite. I was taking certainty away.
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And so we changed that, and that was like the first step to reverse everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a great point. Like, like having a promise, it's important, but you need to understand what do your prospect want? What is your ideal client want? And you gotta give it to them. But now it takes a little bit more than that, because how many people online promise 6 figures, 7 figures, and man, is like 7 figures, dude, you don't even have a roof over your head. Like people that are broke are promising things that they don't know how to get themselves, right? And it's really annoying, because you see all these coaches helping coaches and all these consultants and you know, like, dude, this is not your car. You're just taking pictures of yourself in front of someone else's car. So anyway, the thing is that everyone can promise things. The promise needs to be what your clients want. And you need to add something else, which is the second step, that you need to have some sort of warranty. Laura Rosenberg, she's 6-figure rich. That's my name. Yeah. So anyway, everyone can promise things, right? I'll promise you the moon, and you'll get like not even a stupid little pebble. So this doesn't give your client certainty. This is going to make your clients think that you're full of shit if they don't see that you're committed. So it needs to be a two-way road. I cannot promise you something if I don't give you a warranty. So you say, hey, I promise that this is going to happen. And if this doesn't happen, I will give you that in exchange. So to make sure that this happens. So for example, we can talk about your promise, but like a good solid promise, it would be, I'll help you out. I'll help you make $100,000 in a year. I'll help you make 6 figures, which is one of the promises that I have for my clients. And if you don't make this amount of money by the end of the year, I will be giving you money back, or I will be working with you for free until you do, or I will be doing something to give you the certainty that if you don't get what you pay for, I will be there for you to make sure that you get it. And this is actually a promise that it's valid. And this is when your client is like, okay, oh, wow, cool. So this guy is promising. I mean, of course, you want to put this on a piece of paper, so your clients see that you're being serious, right? Because I see a lot of coaching programs that they promise a lot of things and they ask for a lot of things that they give nothing in exchange. So I don't know if you want to share a little bit of that, man. I mean, I know that once you put this promise in place, not only you get results, but your clients started getting results.
Yeah, it was incredible, because we changed the offer first, and then we changed the promises and the guarantee. We make everything simple, easy to understand. And when we create the new guarantee, especially the guarantee, and I was willing to work with people for free until we got the result promised them.
Yeah.
I went from 0 out of 10 to 9 yes in a row.
Yeah.
It was like, are you kidding me? And the best thing is that less than a week later, I had a call with my client, and I work on the same way you did with me on his offer.
Yeah.
And the morning after, he closed a deal for 2.5 just because of the offer. And it was like over the moon, because it was one of his first client.
Yeah.
He told me without that part, wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, the funny thing is that it doesn't take to change things. It doesn't take to to restructure your business. It just takes to understand what your clients want, to give them what they want, and put in place an offer that is going to make them feel this certainty sorry, that no one else is giving to them. And it's as easy as that. And then I mean, look, your results were all over my stories. You I was sharing your results. I would wake up in the morning and I would, because of course I wake up and Ivano has been awake for a few hours because you are like 10 hours ahead of me. And I open up my phone, switch on my phone, and I'm like, oh, there we go. Ivano has closed another client, and his clients also closing clients. And so that's it is as easy as that. So now, why does it work? Because I'm not gonna promise, like if I tell you, Ivano, I'm so sure, I'm so certain that you're gonna get the result, that if you don't get it, I'll be working with you for free until you do. What you're doing on your prospect's mind is telling them that you believe in them. I'm not telling them, you're giving them the certainty that they need to believe in themselves. So you're breaking through the objection that they might have, that they don't trust themselves. Of course, if you can break through this objection, they're also going to break through the objection or the limiting belief that they don't trust you, or they don't see that you're a trustable person, because when you give them this sort of warranty, who would do that? No one can cheat on that, because if you put it on a piece of paper, on a contract, this is absolute certainty that you have in yourself, so you give it to them. And finally, the value, which is, the price objection is, this is not worth. If how can someone not understand that this is an irresistible offer, that if you don't take on this offer, you would be an idiot, because you're paying some money to make some of the money. And if you don't make it back, this guy will work with you for free until you do. So it's 100% warranty. So it's what I call an irresistible offer. And it's going to change your business, guys, if you're watching. By the way, Laura and I share the same kind of opinion about this kind of coaches. She's like, it's a complete generalist way. Every second coach right now has something to do with figures. Yeah, it's the easiest, right? Like 7 figures. Why not? Let's put it in 2 more figures in. Anyway, Jenny's watching. Hi, Jenny. So look. Okay, so Ivano, yeah, listen, I don't know if you want to share something else, man. It's so simple. It's so stupid simple that people don't implement it in the business. They don't know they're missing out.
I will share something that is a little bit different from the offer we worked on, and it's my feeling over the last 4 months. I mean, working with you, I had worked with a lot of coaches before.
Yeah, right.
And they all had great content, and they all have one thing in common. They brought me nowhere. All the content was useless. I mean, I was full of information, but the application of the information was the missing point. And working with you, I'm still applying let's say the low level of all your knowledge. So I haven't dig deep in all the things you learn, you teach, but just staying on the surface. But having someone supporting me is making the difference.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
What I'm trying to say, and what I'm trying to say to my client as well, is that if you want to grow, you need to invest in the right person. Yeah. But you need to invest. I see a lot of people, especially in Italy, who are crossing their finger and hoping that a $25 membership on some fucking, I don't know, is going to change his life. If you want to change your life on a business perspective, you need to spend money. You need to invest money.
Yeah, totally.
It's the only way.
Like if you,
and I'm super happy about my investment.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I'm super happy you invested as well, man. It's amazing. So that's true. Like, I mean, I did the same. I invested in little things, and I would spend like $2,500, and I would thought it was a lot of money, and I would get nowhere. And then I invested like a shit lot of money on coaches that they have like awesome information. But look, the information, you can find most of the information, you can find it online. And some people now are scared of sharing value because they think that people are going to get results out of the free content and they're going to steal the free content and they're going to go all away and implement it and get results. People don't struggle with information. People struggle with the implementation. And it is when you have someone that supports you, that they say, hey, no, Ivano, or no, hey, Carlos, this is how you need to do that. And understands you and listens to you and tries to make you follow the right path. To me, it's also making the biggest difference. So totally, man, I'm with you.
Yeah, and I think that people, at least my journey, and I think it's a common journey. At the beginning, the desire or the fear of investing money, was related to the fear of not being able to have a result. So it was my fear, and the best way to show that fear was I don't want to invest money. And as soon as you start investing, you start trusting yourself as well.
Oh, totally.
The last investment was a big one for me, and I was like, okay, now it's time to take things seriously.
Yeah.
And when you do when you give, then your brain start work differently.
Yeah,
because you have no other option that make it happen.
Exactly, and you change your mind as well, your mindset as well. You know, you invest like money, because we talk about money, but it's investing in, you know, putting skin in the game, being that informed of money or time or whatever. But usually when you put money, the time goes right behind, because it's like, oh my gosh, I invested all this money, I better make it work, and then you make it work. So. Oh, we got Lenka saying, send money with someone who knows what they're doing. Yeah, absolutely. Spend money with someone who know what they're doing. So that's crucial, guys. So, hey, look, that's what I wanted to share here. I hope that's been valuable, guys. Again, if you're watching the replay, type the replay, give us some love. I haven't seen many hearts coming up, but anyway, I know that you guys love us. And yeah, so thanks, Ivano, for being open, man, for being open to share your story. And
you're welcome.
And yeah, look, and to many more to come. I'm excited to see what's next for you, brother.
I'm excited too.
All right, I'm gonna try to stop live here. It is so confusing. Okay, all right, guys, I'll see you later.
Bye bye.